Well, welcome everyone. Sorry for the little crazy start. This is a new learning experience going live on Facebook and Zoom at the same time. So I am Lisa Hammett, for those of you who are watching, and I am with the fabulous Vesta Schneider.
Yes. So as Lisa said, my name is Vesta Schneider. I absolutely love healthy living that does not require diets or any kind of extreme. So what do? I teach you how to simplify health, taking one little part at a time, and you'll see how easy it is to be healthy and hopefully completely get rid of the medicine cabinet.
And we have a very similar mindset when it comes to health and wellness. So we're making a good partnership here. So I'm Lisa Hammett, and I am a success coach, and I actually help individuals overcome roadblocks to achieve their best health. And I do that by working with mindset and establishing goals that are realistic. And through accountability, we help you achieve your optimal health. The key being developing sustainable, healthy habits long term, because we don't want you yo-yo dieting. So with that, we're going to get started. And our topic today is what happens in our bodies when we're stressed. And I'm sure none of you can relate to being stressed ever. If you're watching this and you can, then we'd love to hear from you in the chat. But so here's some things I just wanted to share. So for those of you who maybe aren't necessarily aware of all of the issues that stress can cause in your body, here are some. The first thing is when we are really stressed, our bodies overproduce cortisol. And cortisol is a stress hormone. And what it does is it causes cravings for high fat, high calorie foods. So think of comfort foods, burgers, fries, just heavy, high fat food. So you've got that against you. And then it actually also causes weight around the abdomen. So when you're really stressed, not only does it cause weight gain, but it causes you to eat those things that can also cause additional weight gain. So it's kind of a double whammy there. It also creates digestive issues. So if you ever have like an upset stomach or nausea, unfortunately, that could be part of it. It can cause migraines, which actually a migraine is like having digestive issues in your head. It's just kind of interesting how that happens. So that's what a migraine is. It causes irritability, sleep disruption. And there are so many studies that show that if you don't get a proper night's rest, and that's between 7 to 9 hours on average a night, your body can also produce cortisol from that. And as I had previously shared, it can cause weight gain and other issues. So sleep is really important. Also, stress can cause a compromised immune system, which we don't want that, especially in today's world. We want a healthy immune system. And then over time, if left untreated, it can lead to heart disease and certain types of cancer, which can be life-altering and sometimes fatal. So stress can do a lot to your bodies. So how do you manage stress? Well, that's just going to share in a little bit, some ways and some other things that you can do to combat. But some things that you could do are meditation, for example. And basically what meditation is just being fully present, trying to let go of all outside distractions and influences. That's why oftentimes it involves just, focusing on the breath, breathing in slowly, exhaling slowly, and just being fully present. If you've never done it before, it may seem a little strange at first, but it really, with practice, it can become a really great way to relax. Movement, just get up and move. If you are stressed, especially at work, and you have a desk job, just get up and move. You don't have to move a lot, but do some stretching, walk around your house. If you have time and can walk outdoors, that's even better, because natural light has been known to be a mood booster. or elevator. So that's a great way to help eliminate stress. Listening to calming music is another thing too. You know, I wouldn't listen to maybe hard rock or, you know, that might be not so relaxing and calming, but, you know, that can help. Again, practicing deep breathing, reading, praying, if you're spiritual, journaling. And then there's the 5-4-3-2-1 technique, which is one of my favorite techniques to do. And again, it's a great kind of predecessor to meditation in the sense because it really makes you focus on your surroundings and being fully present. So this technique, basically, it takes about 5 minutes at the most. And what you do is you first just get comfortable in your chair and focus on 5 things that you can see in your immediate vicinity, and just kind of stare at it for a brief period of time before you move on. And then once you've focused on those 5 things, then move on to 4 things that you can physically feel. And that could be maybe you put lotion on your hands, maybe clothing. It can be air, you know, like from an air vent or through an open window. But 4 things that you can feel. And then you move to 3 things that you can actually hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. And once you do that, it really is a good grounding exercise, and it just kind of lets other things go. So the last thing, you know, essential oils are also a really great way to help. And with that, that's the perfect segue to Miss Vesta. So I'm going to turn it over to Vesta.
Thank you so much for doing this webinar with me, because our health, and especially because we're talking about stress and weight today, it's just everything is little pieces of a puzzle. You can't just address one thing and assuming that it will fix the other. You know, you can't just address weight thinking that it's going to be gone for good. There is eating, there is mindset, there is stress, since we're concentrating on it today. So thank you for working with me, Lisa, because so many people need help with the mindset. I can give you tools such as oils and supplements, which I'll tell you a little bit about why and how. But if you feel stuck or maybe you want to lose weight and just need that push, or maybe you're a person who starts things but you can't finish them because you just lose motivation, or you start emotional eating, or whatever happens, Lisa is a person to work with. So make sure you reach out to her. We'll tell you then how, because you need both. It's not enough just to have tools. It's like having a car in the garage, but you don't have gas, right? It just sits there. So it's having these wonderful products that I'm about to tell you all about it, but not motivating yourself to use it. So you need Lisa for that. So please talk to her. Okay. So as Lisa said, stress, all of us have it. So you know what happened today? I went to pick my son and his friend from a camp, and I can't find them. I was freaking out to say at least. At the beginning, you know, when you stress, sometimes it hits you right away. Other times it builds up. So when you get stressed, today for me was I looked in one area, in other area, it's not there. And I feel my stress building up and building up. So what happens when you get stressed? The hormone that Lisa mentioned, cortisol, is being released. So it's very good that it's a very good hormone because it helps us manage stress. It helps us with fear. It helps us to make decisions in that kind of situation, and you almost feel adrenaline, right? So it's very good because we can keep moving forward and deal with it. That being said, if that continues happening, when you're done stressing, that should go down and you should go back to normal. For most of us, we stressed for so long that we don't even know that we're stressed. So what happens, that your body keeps releasing that cortisol, you end up gaining weight. The other thing that happens that is really related to stress and weight is when cortisol is constantly released, it can block or completely stop digestive system. So if you are eating while you're getting stressed at the same time about whatever the topic is, it goes into your body, that food, but if it doesn't get digested, all kinds of problems happen, right? So that ends up in the weight gain as well. if you have tried to lose weight, and I know a lot of people did, and maybe you lost a little bit of weight and then you gain it back, or maybe you can't lose it at all, there really is a reason for that. And I like how Lisa calls it, did you say yo-yo dieting? Is that right? Yes. So you
Yes.
know how frustrating it is. And
Yeah.
how many people do you have yo-yo dieting?
Oh gosh. In fact, most of my clients at one time or another have done the yo-yo diet, where
Yeah.
it just doesn't work. It's not sustainable.
It's not, and people end up being very frustrated. You lose hope. You just say, maybe just not for me. Maybe, it's not meant to be. And then you get even more stressed because now you can't lose weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are other things that come along. So we're going to tell you at the end also how stress, sleep, hormones, emotions, and weight are all related. But today we're just sticking to stress. But we have 3 more webinars coming up. So we'll come back to that. Another thing I wanted to tell you is adrenal glands. Now, what are those and why are they important? They're important because that's where cortisol hormone is made. You need to support your adrenal glands, but most of us don't even know what they are. If you don't know what it is, it's fine. But the adrenal glands and cortisol together, they manage how your body uses fats, protein, and carbohydrates. Ding, 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 ding. What it has to do with weight, right? Mm-hmm. So what do? This is oil blend called Endoflex. Is it backwards? Probably. But this is one of the things that I use. Not only it helps with weight management, but a lot of other things that I just mentioned as well. So all I do is like this, and it smells actually really good. Just use it right on my neck. You can use it anywhere. Then another thing I like to use is stress away oil, and it smells amazing and it's very relaxing. What happens when you have too much cortisol? There is a syndrome called Cushing syndrome, and that's where one of the biggest side effects is rapid weight gain. So if you have that happening, look it up, and at least you'll know where you are, because sometimes it doesn't get diagnosed, or we don't talk to doctors about it because a lot of people are simply embarrassed to talk about it, which I understand. It's very emotional, very, very emotional to not be able to lose weight. Stress controls sleep, which Lisa touched on it, so I'm going to skip that part. But if you lay in bed and you try to fall asleep, but all you can think about is the things that happened today, and you're stressing about it, and you're all thinking about the to-do list, then if you can't sleep, what happens? You're tired the next day. When you're tired, you can't control stress. When you can't control stress, you start emotional eating, and that's where the gain weight happens. And that's how it's all one big circle. There is a supplement called Cortistop from Young Living that helps to maintain healthy cortisol levels. And it helps with the waist go, not a lot, because this is not some magic pill, but it helps you manage the stress going from here to here to here quickly like this. If it happens to you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Instead, you'll be more like this, like, okay, I'm stressed, but I can handle it, and it goes up and down like this. So your day goes better, and you don't have that rush all the time. I know some people who go to the beautiful vacation, sit at the beautiful beach, just enjoy your life, and people cannot relax. Do you know anyone like that?
I do. It's really sad. Or they're working on their phone or, their laptop while they're at this, 5-star resort. It's like that just totally defeats the purpose,
It does, but you probably want to relax, but you don't know how to relax.
True.
Because everything goes together. So this is our tiny part of how stress affects weight. I am putting together a list of the things I talked about and links where you can get the products if you want to. So go to vestaschneider.com. That's my first and last name. It should show on the Zoom. And in there, just send me a message through the contact form, and I'll take it from there so we can keep this shorter. But do you want to let people know how to reach you, and then we'll talk about the next class?
Yes. So you can, just message me on Facebook, or you can text me at 214-725-7650. And I suggest you text, because if I don't recognize your number, I don't pick it up immediately. And then my email is info@lisahammett.com. So I can put all those as well.
I changed my, when you call, you can leave a voicemail. I think my voicemail says, please don't leave a voicemail, just text me. Because I never check it. So yes, I just went that route completely. So our next webinar will be about sleep, and we'll going to start connecting all the dots for you so you can understand how your body should work and what you can do about it. It's at, let me see, 6/3. So that's June 3rd at 10 a.m. Central Time. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And for those of you who, I know sometimes you have a lot of questions and you want to understand it better, we can do a presentation in your home, or you can bring your friends, or we can do presentation in your office. So for that, again, reach out to us and then we'll take it over, in more detail to see if we can meet your needs and if we are a good fit to work together.
Well, this has been great. Thanks, Vesta.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is awesome.
We'll see you in a few weeks.
Yep, I'll see you in a few weeks. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.